Hare Krishna. Welcome to this podcast. I would be talking about a topic renaming FDG as FSG. What does it do? By the way, I'll be explaining what is FDG and what is FSG means. So, FDG means Female Diksha Guru. It's also, the GBC, with the ISKCON GBC renamed it as Vaishnavi Diksha Guru. So it's the same difference. And in 2017, we were requested by the GBC to do a research, and we did the research and we brought out this book in 2018, and for the GBC meeting at 2019. This book effectively establishes Vaishnava Diksha according to Narada Pancharatra. I happen to be the research assistant on this, and this is the first time we brought about an evidence from Shastra that says females cannot become Diksha Guru. Najatu mantrada nari. Very clear statement from Pancharatra, Narada Pancharatra, Bharadvaja Samhita. So this is the question that was answered: can a female devotee be a Diksha Guru? Following that, GBC introduced in 2019, they introduced the female Diksha Guru, and around 2022 was the first time when one of the female Matajis, Narayani Mataji, started initiating. So then I brought out this book, Female Diksha Guru, Do We Need Them? This is my writing, and I brought out expanding on this Bharadvaj Samhita and answering all the questions. There were so many questions that were there in this particular topic, and establishing the Siddhanta, also refuting all the Vadas and the Prativadas, the Purvapaksha, and then giving a solution of what is the way out, establishing Samskara as the linchpin and how Varnashrama Dharma is important. So I welcome you to go through these two books. If you need more information, towards the end of this video, we'll be putting a barcode or a QR code where you can get these books. So now I'd like to talk about how female Diksha Guru is renamed as female Siksha Guru. So when we presented this research, in that research we did mention that women can be Siksha Gurus. Now there is a shloka from Bharadvaj Samhita that says, I'm going to read out for you. Striya Shudradayashchaiva Bodhayeyur Hitahitam Yatarham Mananiyascha Narhanti Acharyam Kvachit. Women, Shudras, etc. can give ethical and moral instructions and are also worthy of respect as per their qualification and conditions, but are not entitled to get the position of acharyas. So now, since 2022, after I published this book, there was a 3-year moratorium issued on females initiating gurus by GBC, and in this 3 years there was a research done, and that research came out and said that we can have female Siksha Gurus. So renaming female Diksha Guru as female Siksha Guru. Now in this talk I would be bringing out how both female Diksha Guru and female Siksha Guru essentially makes ISKCON a Shastriya, Apasampradaya and Apasiddhanta, especially renaming something like female Diksha Guru or a Siksha Guru is actually renaming is cheating. This will be established that how just renaming the role and function of a female Diksha Guru to be a female Siksha Guru is like telling a child that suppose you don't have an MP4 file or an MP3 file, and you make a text file and you take the text file and rename it to a .mp4 file and give it to a child. Will it work? So let's go through how this particular topic has to be. By the way, after this 3 years research, I have released another book. And in this book, I cover in great length how Harinam initiation is in fact a Diksha, and whether it is a Diksha or Siksha is the question raised. And in this 500-page book, we bring out complete details about how Harinam initiation is a Siksha, is a Diksha. By renaming it to a Siksha will not work. So I'll come to that in a short while. But prior to that, I would like to talk a little bit about female Diksha Guru. See, female Diksha Guru is totally ashastriya, because by doing Diksha Guru, allowing female to be a Diksha Guru, ISKCON actually goes against its own books, in which it declares that ISKCON follows Pancharatrika Vidhi for initiation. And as I showed you in Bharadvaj Samhita, Narada Pancharatra, Najatu Mantrada Nari. There is no way a woman can give a mantra. But of course there is an exception. We are not talking of exception. We are only talking of general rule. So women cannot be Diksha Gurus. So ISKCON cannot any longer claim that its initiations are as per Pancharatrika Vidhi. So that portions of the Prabhupada text, everything should be removed or edited out. And the next thing is, it's forbidden in Narada Pancharatra, I already said, Bharadvaj Samhita. It goes against Srila Prabhupada's statements that Shastra should be the center of all. In Madhya Leela 20.352 purport, we have often repeated this, that Sadhu Shastra Guru Vakya Chitete Kariye Aikya. Srila Prabhupada says that Guru Vakya or Sadhu Vakya must be centered upon Shastra Vakya. In fact, Shastra should be the center of all. By instituting female Diksha Guru, your ISKCON is no longer going to be respecting Pancharatrika scriptures. So it becomes, Shastra is not the center, something else is the center. So that purport has to be removed or edited out. And then it goes against Srila Prabhupada's own statement from Bhagavatam 4.12.32 purport. In that, Prabhupada says, being a woman, Suniti, specifically his mother, which is a parenthetical statement, Suniti could not become Dhruva Maharaja's Diksha Guru. If you remove being a woman, specifically, there is why Prabhupada added being a woman, if that is not necessary. So this is an argument. Again, this purport has to be either removed or it has to be edited out, or do footnoted or whatever. So this way it is ashastriya to bring out female Diksha Guru. Bringing female Diksha Guru is also apasampradaya, because ISKCON would formally align with Jata Gosais or those groups which are previous to Bhakti Vinod Thakur, Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur and Srila Prabhupada. Because we are no longer going to follow, there are no precedents. Prabhupada didn't do it, Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur didn't do it. So there is no precedence. We have to take precedence from the so many Gosai, Jata Gosai lines, which are having some so there are some Jata Gosai lines. We have to take care of only that. The next thing is and we cannot do Pancha Samskara anymore, because we are no longer following the Pancharatra scriptures. So how can you do Pancha Samskara? And the next thing, the other thing is, FDG will be the president, because it is doing an apasampradaya and ashastriya thing. It will be the president for Ritvikism. Why not? If female can initiate, which is not state, which is against Shastra, Ritvikism, which is also not specified in Shastra, can be adopted. They could use this as a precedent. And then other sampradayas will not respect us, because they are no longer sampradayic. Now it's also apasiddhanta. GBC came up with some options that you can opt out. If a country can opt out, that means Upadesha Amrita text 1 should be removed from ISKCON books, because it says a guru can accept disciples anywhere. Vacho Veham, I don't want to go through that verse, Vacho Veham verse. So that should be removed. It cannot be using that verse anymore. Because in some countries, even though a qualified female cannot accept disciples, or they cannot become gurus. So this is a concoction. That is why it is apasiddhanta. Similarly, cultural context sensitivity. This is completely dreamed up, saying some cultures need, some cultures don't need. Some cultures will start saying we want queer Diksha gurus. You know what queer is. I identify myself as a cat. So and so. Those community of people will start saying we want Diksha gurus, which is applicable to our community. So gays may start to say, lesbians may start to say, they want their own community to have a system by which they all can be Diksha gurus. So declaring women, then also new protectors. That's another apasiddhanta. Only 3 protectors are allowed in Manusmriti and all the Shastras. Father before marriage, husband after marriage, and older son in the old age, to take care as give protection. We cannot create new Vaishnavi Sangha or this temple Sangha, that, all those things. These are all not allowed. So you cannot modify or codify or edify the scriptures. That becomes Bauddha. Veda na manye Bauddha. So in all these ways, ISKCON will become apasiddhanta. Now, ever since we established this, the 3-year research brought out an innovative method, declaring women as official Siksha gurus. Now, this is where I call renaming female Diksha guru as female Siksha guru. Now, what this is basically saying is, Harinama initiation, Harinama doesn't require Diksha, so anybody can give Harinama. So, this is actually incorrect. We are going to see how, because in these 3 years that GBC and the Joint Committee was doing a research, we also did our own research. First initiation is a full-fledged Pancharatrika Diksha. It presents Shastric evidence that Guru chanting on disciples Japamala. It is from Haribhakti Vilasa and so many other Pancharatrika scriptures. And Japamala is always made of 108 beats. So that also is coming from Jayakya Samhita, Narada Pancharatra, Jayakya Samhita. It is coming from Lakshmi Tantra. These are all Pancharatrika scriptures, and Haribhakti Vilasa is also mentioning this. Why do we use Tulasi Japamala? Lakshmi Tantra clearly brings out that using Tulasi Mala enhances devotion. Haribhakti Vilasa also quotes Gautamiya Tantra for the same justification. Then there are some knots in the Japamala string. That is also brought out from Haribhakti Vilasa. See, Japamala also beads should taper in size, like a snake. Why do we use Japa bag? Why do we use Japamala? Index finger should not touch. Moreover, on the initiation day, new clothes should be brought out to the disciple should bring for the Guru. Also, the Guru will offer that dhoti, uttariyam and kaupina, and then give it to the disciple. Kantimala, tilaka, garland. We wear a garland, tulasi neck beads. Then initiation lecture, the upadesham that we get, and taking vows, very important. 4 vows. It's coming from Satvata Samhita, Narada Pancharatra, Bharadwaj Samhita, Haribhakti Vilasa. And all these 4 regulative principles: no meat eating, no intoxication, no gambling, no illicit sex, vow for chanting. Everything is coming from Pancharatrika scriptures, and it says these are all part of Pancharatrika Diksha, which is a Pancha Samskara. So, now one may ask, how come Hare Krishna mantra, which is not a Diksha mantra, but Hare Krishna mantra is a Sambodhana mantra, and it is given in Diksha by Lord Chaitanya. So Lord Chaitanya chose this because it is, and it is also in line with Pancharatrika injunctions. So this mantra can also be given as part of mantra samskara. That is why it comes under Pancha Samskara. So there are only sample references. We have so many other scriptures that we have referred, and this is just a snapshot. And I brought out a small booklet for this, which is Harinama Diksha. Can a Siksha Guru be the first initiator? So I would like to stop here and start to let us go back and see why we should not do this. Female Diksha Guru and female Siksha Guru, both of them are Apasampradaya, they are Ashastriya, and they will make Apasiddhanta. So such kind of renaming is again cheating. Another example I'd like to give, somebody may say Siksha is more important than Diksha. That is also an analogy. Is there may be so many street dogs, and there are dogs that are owned by some owners. The commitment of the street dogs is like to the entire street, the people on the street. It doesn't have any specific commitment. But when somebody surrenders to a guru and takes Diksha and takes the Harinama, even though Harinama doesn't require initiation, if somebody takes the Harinama from a guru, that becomes like the owner's dog. The dog has a specific commitment. It knows whom to protect, and also it knows its owner very clearly. So these are some examples that I would like to present. And also, when there is, there are so many Apasiddhantas put forward and changing of Prabhupada's explanation. This is like hijacking Prabhupada. First, by not accepting Shastra as center, one hijacks Prabhupada, and simply nominal following of Prabhupada makes it easy for somebody to hijack Prabhupada and then say whatever they want to say in the name of Prabhupada Anuga. This is like a wealthy man, when he is alone, he gets robbed. So even all kind of things are going on within the female Diksha Guru and the female Siksha Guru issue, and so you need to understand what's going on. That's the purpose of this video. There is no point, I don't have any intention to criticize anybody, but I am very much concerned that ISKCON is heading towards a big divide. This should not happen. In the name of Prabhupada Anuga, they have ignored and neglected Varnashrama Dharma, which is the norm. So let us establish the norm, and then we can see the exceptions. Vancha kalpatarubhyascha kripa sindhubhyascha patitanam pavanebhyo vaishnavebhyo namo namah. Hare Krishna.